Hi guys, and welcome to Rufus and Doofus. Chico here. Rufus is over there sleeping as usual. What can I tell you? It's a beautiful, hot, humid Wednesday morning here in Katy, Texas, and it's happy Wednesday. So what am I up to today? Well, I just wanted to do a short video, help you guys out if I can on a little subject. As far as finding parts for the RV and where to get them and how to go about getting them. So basically, let me say this: there's two basic systems in the RV. One is the chassis and one is the build. The chassis can be a Ford chassis, it can be a Chevy chassis, blah blah blah, but whatever it is going to be easy, or I should say easier, to find parts for the chassis than for the build. So let's just take, for instance, my situation here. Right, Rufus? I have an F53 chassis, and it's 1998. That's the vehicle year by the coach manufacturer. The chassis was actually built in 1997. So I found that out through the VIN number. So your VIN number is very important. Go to your manufacturer website, enter your VIN number, and it's going to tell you an awful lot about your chassis. It's a good thing to have. So yeah, my chassis was built in Mexico in 1997, and it's a Ford F53. So when I need parts for my chassis, that would include engine parts, transmission parts, brake parts, any electrical parts for the chassis, blah blah blah. That would be something that I look under the Ford F53 chassis. Now, where do I get my parts and where do I do my searching? I use rockauto.com. They have a very nice website, very easy to use. You just enter in your vehicle type, Ford, your model or year number, or whatever, 1987 model F53, and then it breaks it all down into fuel system parts, electrical parts, body parts, or not, I shouldn't say body parts, but exhaust parts, you name it, all broken down there, so you can order your parts directly from them if you want, or just do the research. I found that rockauto.com has very good prices, so I order from them. It comes in the mail in a few days, and they're very reliable. That's where I ordered my fuel pump, where I ordered my distributor that I changed, and where I also ordered my electronic fuel ignition module that I changed. All of that, okay, I got from rockauto.com. Now, the other part, the build part, that's things that include the parts that were done by, in my case, Thor, which built the Damon Intruder back in the 1990s. And they do not keep very good records, I found out. Matter of fact, I can't find any manuals on this, even from the manufacturer. So finding components that they use is not an easy task. Let me just give you an idea. I had a problem, which by the way I'm going to do on a video on, where the high-speed fan motor for the air conditioner and heater and such on high speed would not work. Okay, after a while I found out exactly what was wrong, and I did repair it, and I'll do a short video on that. But I could not get it to work. I could not find any diagrams on it. I could not find anything on it from the manufacturer. Obviously it wasn't a chassis issue or anything like that. Well, I needed to find out who made or where the control mechanism came from. You know, the one with all the buttons to make it go to air conditioning or to heater or to whatever. I had to find out where that was made. And that was no day at the beach. But after a lot of time on the web and talking to a friend of mine, Jeff, which you've heard me mention before, we found out that that thing came out of, or was made for, a Chrysler New Yorker back in 1998. So that whole gizmo there was from Chrysler. Okay, that's just one example. If you look around, there's in the RV, there's microwaves. Those are obvious. Yes, it's got a name on it, so when you need a part for that or service, you go to that manufacturer. Now, I had another problem, which was with the battery isolator and controller. Well, the only way I found out how to fix that was I had to do some research. I went under the hood, I looked at everything I could find, and finally came up with a name that said Intellitech. I think it was Intellitech. And I looked them up, and I was able to find the battery control center, the board that was in that one, and I got it through Intellitech and was able to fix my problem. Well, now for a year I've been looking for a real simple component, and that is on the outside of the RV on the front there's a little windshield washer gizmo. Let me show it to you. I have it here somewhere. Just came in the mail, okay? And this little baby here goes from the outside of the RV under the windshield through the fiberglass, and then it connects to a hose that goes to the windshield washer reservoir, and that's what it looks like. This is the part that's on the outside. This is where the hose goes. It goes to the windshield wiper assembly, and this part here goes through the vehicle front, whatever you want to call it, body, and then the hose attaches to the back. Well, on mine, what had happened is this part broke. Now, for the life of me, I couldn't find out where that part came. I looked everywhere. So I looked under manufacturers for windshield wipers and everything. Well, it turned out that on the reservoir for the windshield washer fluid was in a very faded label, and it said Sparg Devices Inc. And I said, Sparg, S-P-A-R-G-U-E, Devices Inc. So I looked up on the website, and after some time I was able to get a hit. And this little part, believe it or not, is made by them, and it's used mostly on Freightliner diesel trucks. Can you imagine that? So I looked and looked and looked, and I finally saw a picture that looked just like it, because I had no part number or anything like that. And I took a shot and ordered that part number, and here it is right now. It fits. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I hope it gives you an idea of how to look for parts, whether they be for the chassis or the build, which the build being the body of the RV. So let's go outside and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys, here we are outside, and I just want to show you this part and where it's located. Here is the part that I was looking for. As you can see, it hooks into the tube that goes up to the windshield, and it's located underneath here. Can't really get a picture. Let me see. Right there. And what I need to do is I need to pull that out, put the new one in, and hook up the hose. Now, let me show you where I ended up finding the name of the Sparg Devices. As you can see, it's really faded out here, but I didn't even really notice it at first. And then after doing the looking, because I really wanted that part, that's what I found, and that's all I had to go on. And as I say, after a little hunting, I found it. Oh yeah, it made me happy. I was ready to do a happy dance, you know what I'm saying? But right now, we got the part, we're gonna replace it, and that's the end of that story. So now you have an idea of what I was talking about, and the fact that that part there is not made by Thor, it's not made by Damon, it's not made by Ford or anybody else. It was made by a place called Sparg Devices, and it's used primarily on diesel tractor trailer trucks. So I hope that helps. Just remember that chassis parts are available through places like Rock Auto, AutoZone, things like that, and they'll be listed under the manufacturer, Ford in my case, and parts are pretty much readily available. The build parts, not so easy. Chances are you're not going to have a manual on it or a wiring diagram or anything like that. You just got to get under there, find the part that's in question that's giving you a hard time, see if you can find any identifying features on it, and then do your homework on the web or through a forum or something. But like in my case, who'd have thought a Crown Victoria Chrysler, wow, for the climate control or whatever you want to call it, who'd have thunk? I mean, that's crazy. I can understand the battery control center, Intelitech made a whole bunch of them for different RV manufacturers. So that was pretty much, you know, okay, I can understand that. But Chrysler, New Yorker, or Victoria, or whatever it was, Chrysler, New Yorker, Crown Victoria, something like that. Who'd have thought? No way! But it was. Oh yeah. So, I guess what they do is they call up different manufacturers. Hey, you got any stuff laying around, like, you know, to control an air conditioner and a heater? Oh yeah, we got a few parts. Well, send them over. We'll build an RV with it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. There I go, rambling on again. You guys have a great day. Give a thumbs up, please, and don't forget to subscribe. All righty, bye.